Hi there, this is Java Jim with First Line Equipment. And you're probably wondering why I have a hairdryer here, but I'll explain this in a few minutes. What I first want to get to is this new machine that just came in from Torre Espresso in Italy. It's the Alfredo, and it's not pasta either. It's not a pasta maker, but an espresso machine that has TSP. You can research why it's called TSP, but this is going to be our unboxing of this brand new machine. I first saw it in October of 2023 in Milan, Italy, and right now we're in August of 24. Goes to show you how you work with a manufacturer, and it takes time to get things better and improved, especially for us here at First Line. We don't just take stuff off the shelf typically and just sell it when it's a new product. So here's an unboxing. This will come in a much larger box with some either paper cushioning or foam corners, depending upon what we have available, but it's also well packaged. We actually asked Torre to improve their packaging based on the patina that we saw. We actually asked them to improve that as well, but this is what it'll come in. You'll see a lot of manufacturers do this now. They'll have this type of packaging. I actually met with the manufacturer who does this type of packaging for the espresso machine manufacturers. But basically, you're going to turn these little handles or knobs, whatever you like to call them. I suggest saving these for a while in case you need to ship the machine or for storage. You want to protect the machine. And there's two on the other side. Sometimes on some of the boxes, you will see tape here. You'll see some tape here. This is actually done as a spot check, just in case the freight forwarder company decides to open up a machine to see what's inside. And it's just kind of a checksum for us. Now, once you do that, this outer box slides right up. Okay, and as you can see, there is a thin or papered cardboard that came off the top, one on each side, and inside the box here is a white box. This may be on top of the machine. Usually it's going to get stuck in this box. And basically what I'm going to do is just try to get it out. You can also open the top to get it out, but I prefer this method. And this, what's in here is the accessory box. Now, here at First Line, we will inspect every machine, so everyone will be open. We will also bench test pretty much every machine that leaves here. So if it arrives wet, do not use for 24 hours and let it air dry outside the box. If your box is wet, let that also air dry. What we're going to do, as you hear that metal in there, these get shipped to us on a pallet, so there's really very little chance for damage, but you may find us taping the drip tray so the top cover doesn't move as much. And to get this machine out, I suggest grabbing, there's a group head here, a handle up here, and then grabbing from the back side and lifting it up. And this box can be wet. It also will take the brunt of the machine shaking. In a lot of espresso machines, what happens is there's inertial forces. There's no box damage to the outside, but the box of the machine inside or the machine itself is shifting back and forth. And this is why a lot of manufacturers are moving to this type of format for boxing up their machines. Now, the other thing is the internal parts of the machine can also shift. So if the machine's moving in here, typically the parts inside don't shift. But if the machine doesn't move within the box, then the parts can crack pipes. I've seen this over 25 years. So I'll just throw this on the floor here. And they'll have the cover here by Torre. And there's a little strap somewhere. Could be on the front or the side. And basically we'll just lift up this cover. My staff may put this on a little differently after testing the machine. And basically, you remove the cover, and there's your machine. You will find either the slip of paper on the top or in the box. My staff sometimes may put it in the box from the factory. It's usually on top. Now you see the machine is shaking? Okay, that's because I have it over the cord. The first thing you want to check on a marble type surface or quartz that's flat, not wood, not formica or countertop, because it may be warped. Make sure the machine doesn't shake, that the frame didn't bend. I don't expect it because Torre builds one of the strongest frames that I have seen with all the different espresso machine manufacturers, including some very popular ones. So very, very strong frame, out of stainless, very nice feet. The other thing we're probably going to end up doing is we are going to tape down water tank cover with masking tape. And the reason is because in shipping, this may come loose because the machines are tossed upside down, sideways, and then it'll scratch everything up. So I am asking my staff to tape that down. Back here is a water tank. Okay, so always fill. Okay, so you saw a little water squirt out. They are tested with water by Torre before they leave. It's a thing that we request all manufacturers to do, to test with water. The lever you may find in the down position or the up position, typically will be in the down. E61 group head, you have your joystick valves for hot water and steam. Okay, so take this off here. And there's a poly tube on the inside for the no burn. They still include, okay, a lot of people get confused when they hear no burn. A lot of customers think they can keep their hand on it. You can't. It's only for like a quick touch that you won't burn. You keep your hand on here, that is gonna get hot. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, the other thing about Torre, a lot of other espresso manufacturers have that little lever right here, right? So what happens is you have to move this wand all the way over to get access to that lever. Plus here you have these commercial grade joystick valves. So they come out forward a little bit. So to get your hand in here, not practical. This lever here makes it very, very practical. Now this one here doesn't have a flow control device. I believe we'll have those available with the flow control device as well, so you'll see that. After you find out that it's level, okay, if it's not level, don't use it, save all the packaging, because a damage claim will typically have to be made. We don't expect it to happen because of all the packaging that you see. Put the drip tray in place. Nice stainless steel drip tray. Double check your portafilter. You'll have a 2-cup portafilter. Okay, this is like a light walnut wood. Okay, you have that one there. And here's a bottomless, which we have asked for. We've actually asked them to stop sending the singles because a lot of people don't use the singles. It becomes a paperweight or it becomes useful for back flushing. Okay, cleaning brush. We have the conspiracy scoop. Okay, if you see my other videos, you overfill the basket and you use that for leveling it out. Like this, you have the same dose. And there are 2 dual cup baskets. This is probably actually a triple cup. Almost looks like it's 22 grams. This one's probably about 20. You have your blind and the other conspiracy, El Cheapo plastic tamper. So the only thing we suggest getting with this machine are 2 things. Water softener, okay, which is the actually it's the built osmotic packed. Oscar 150 is the code. And also getting a good 58.55 millimeter tamper I think will work, or 58 millimeter. Then you also get a nice cloth, okay, by Torre, which is a nice little touch for them. And that's pretty much it on taking this out of the box and just double checking everything, make sure nothing is damaged, and then just look for our next video, which will be the intro to the startup of this wonderful machine, and look for other videos on what this machine offers you, because this has taken it to the next level for a heat exchange machine. If you have any questions or comments, please make those down below. And you're probably wondering why we have a hairdryer at First Line Equipment. It's not because of this. Okay, what happens is when we repair machines here at First Line, sometimes they arrive wet. or sometimes from testing, there becomes a water leak. And what do we use to dry it? A hair dryer. Okay, so that's what we use here at First Line to dry the machine. I don't recommend using this when the machine arrives wet. Just don't plug it in and basically let it air dry for 24 hours. And also plug it into a GFI outlet if you have it, because that's good for safety, and a surge suppressor. Once again, Java Jim with First Line Equipment. Give us a thumbs up. Follow us on all our social media channels. Have a great day. And we'll show you next on how to do coffee first and everything else second. Take care.